the Ministry of Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, State Department of Planning was under the then PS, Irungu Nyakera. I was given an opportunity 2019 to serve as a supervisor, content supervisor in the recently concluded census. And we do data, enumeration, and other households activities. I've also had an opportunity to attend NEPAD Symposium while serving at the National Treasury, which was spearheaded by Head of State, which was in Ghana. And I had an opportunity to learn a few things during the NEPAD Symposium, which works closely with the Africa Peer Review Mechanism. After that, I've been actively involved. Last year, in the recent concluded general election, I was actively involved. I vied for the position of member of the County Assembly, Mirangine Ward. I lost to my able MCA, Honorable Mark. But during my campaign, I was able to meet or interact with the current governor, that is Honorable Dr. Moses Kiaria Badrisha, where he shared his manifesto and agenda, which I was really impressed, and I decided to support his candidature. Thank you. That is my background, and that is my background, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, precisely. Maybe at this point, I will open the plenary for members to ask questions and make comments. And at this point is the point you are saying, try and be cautious of time.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be giving you 2 minutes. I think we will start, we will follow the normal schedule. Honorable Wambaire.
Thank you, Chair. So, Madam Catherine, are you interviewed?
Thank you, Honorable Member, through the Chair. Yes, I was interviewed for the position of the County Executive Committee member, Youth, Sports, and Arts.
Where was that?
In Kinangop, a place called Divine.
Very well. I will not ask you of the experience because I have seen your curriculum vitae, and I have seen a lot. It is speaking for itself. Thus, I will not ask for the experience because even the issue of bottom up is there. Maybe my question is, there is this what we call goodwill. You have told us that you never participated in active politics on maybe the position of the governor, and because you were on a different party, that is it. And now he is a UDA. We have a UDA governor, and politics are over, but we retain the party. Do you have a goodwill to work in a UDA government, a Kenya Kwanza government? And number 2, what is your plan for the youth of Nyandarua County, if approved?
Honorable members, through the Chair, thank you. Well, I worked closely with our governor. I shared his vision in his manifesto, and so I was one person who was championing for his candidature. I want to put that in record. I championed for his candidature despite we coming from different political affiliation. I have the goodwill for the governor. I have the intention to help him deliver his manifesto for the people. Number 2, you've asked me about what I have for the youths. Yes, thank you very much. I'd like to thank the governor for nominating me for this position. I, being a youth, I understand the challenges that the youth are going through in this county very well. One of them may be being unemployment, which we shall address once given an opportunity to serve as the county executive committee member. Thank you.
Thank you. We can proceed. Deputy.
Madam Catherine. Madam Catherine,
Yes, thank you.
what do you understand by the term youth empowerment? That's my first question. My second question is, do you have in mind specific programs that you would initiate for the youth of Nyandarua? Thank you.
Honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much for the question. The term youth empowerment, my understanding, this is the process of equipping youth with socio, economic, and political skills. The programs that I have for the youth, one of the things that I intend to do, given an opportunity to serve as the county executive committee member, is to ensure that I do capacity building and a timely passing of information. Because something that I realized, honorable members, through the chair, is that we have a huge information gap between our youth. And so I shall come up with various youth activities, one of them being sporting activities, which will be a revenue generating to our county. I shall also come up with, on matters of art, I shall ensure we come up with a very good theatre, whereby we shall give our youth an opportunity to explore their talents, and also I shall also champion for youths to take up opportunities in vocation training centers for them to be equipped with skills. Thank you.
Thank you.
Majority.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I wish to thank our youthful maybe after this you'll be the designated minister in charge of youth, for having a lot of confidence, even getting up to where you are. It has taken you a lot, and I'm seeing maybe a bright future from your side.
Thank you.
However, you all know, or you know, that 3 decades past, Nyandarua County was known as County of Champions before we were undertaken by Uasin Gishu.
Yes.
You know, we have produced veterans like Kinagoge, Catherine Dereva, Kamau Wajiro, and some few others veterans. As a minister, or CC in charge of youth, what are these measures in terms of policy change that will effect, so that we can reclaim back our glory as a county of champions too? What are the top 3 skills that you believe that you possess that will help you in realization of the aspirations and the dreams of our youth in this country? Third one, how would you define a successful youth ministry in our county, maybe after 5 years at the helm of leadership. Thank you, and I wish you success. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members, through the chair. Let me start with how I define a successful youth ministry after 5 years. A successful youth ministry should or must have addressed challenges facing the youths, which I very well understand. Maybe one of them being unemployment, drug abuse, and also matters sporting. We shall have equipped our sporting and put our sporting infrastructure in place. Number 3, a successful ministry must have achieved or realized the agenda for the youth that is very well anchored in our governor's manifesto. So, given an opportunity, I shall work with our governor to help him realize his manifesto for us to have a successful youth ministry. Thank you. Let me come to the 3 decades where we had champions. One of the things that I intend to do, given an opportunity to serve as a county executive committee member, I shall come up with a program, or we shall develop a policy where we have a mentee program, and we shall also expose our youths to various sporting activities which are doing very well, and then giving them an opportunity to explore and learn.
Then, Catherine, maybe as you answer the questions,
Please.
just relax. Relax and have some water.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Then now you can proceed.
Yeah, I'm left with one. Top skills. Well, one is good communication skill. I have good communication skill, and this, I believe, I shall use it as a tool to ensure that I cascade the right full information to our youth and deliver it timely and package it the way it should be. So that's one of the skills that I feel I shall use it very well to help in delivering our youth. The other one, I'm a creative person who is at all times willing and able to listen and work with the same department. And previously, I've demonstrated interest to work in the same department, having been interviewed in the previous government for the position of County Chief Officer, Youth, Sport and Arts. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm 100% contented and satisfied with your answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Catherine, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mine will be very brief, but I will also ask one which will be very awkward, but just be ready. One, I want to dwell more on your working experience. Reason being, your CV is more domiciled in many youths in Nyandarua who are unemployed, who lacks internship, who are looking forth for you to help them. One, you are in this docket of youth. That's what you applied.
Yeah.
I would like you to give me a reason how youth department will be the center to market our county in terms of one, tourism, trade, agriculture, cooperative, so that at least they can put more impact in the service delivery. Two, that's the one which is silly. There is critics, and this comes from the public, who believes that maybe your character, personal demeanor does not befit the office you have been nominated to. How do you respond to that? And also, you can state what is your relationship with the ward representative of your area? Thank you.
Oh, honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much for the question. I choose to start with my relationship with my right honorable member of the County Assembly. We have cordial relationship, which I endeavor to maintain. The critic you receive, I believe the appointing authority did a due diligence and settled on me. So thank you very much. Marketing for the youth, I plan to partner with already flourishing youth who are known in the market, like we have Samido. We can invite him and make him our brand ambassador for maybe like Borosat. Through the we partner with the Department of Tourism. Through that, we shall be marketing our tourism department. In other areas, we have the 30% AGPO allocations to other departments. So what I'll do, I shall come up with a youth champion for every department. They will be reporting to me directly to ensure that our youths are benefiting directly from the other departments. May I also add that given an opportunity to serve as a county executive committee member, I shall liaise with other executive committee members to come up with a regulation whereby those who do business with our county are mandated to hire skills from our youths whom we shall have, maybe those who shall have gone through our vocational training centers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm satisfied by her courage. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Kate, there is a young man called Peter Gitau Kamau. Peter Gitau Kamau is the singular young man who went through the entire tournament processes and was selected as the best player in football in Kenya after a thorough process. My question is, what happens after we have identified talents like the one for Peter Gitau Kamau? After having declared him the best player, then that matter rests there. Nobody follows up to even know where Peter Gitau Kamau went, what happened with his talent, and what is going to happen thereafter. So my question is, what is your plan on these talents? Once we have identified them, once we have nurtured them, how are we going to be able to maintain them to ensure that they benefit the very youths who are within our place? My second question is on the AGPO. You have already touched on it, and the 30% rule as you sip another glass of water. There is one thing in telling a young man, I have secured you a tender because of the requirement of 30%. There is a complete different thing in asking that young man to do that work because of the capital base. So what mechanism would you put in place, even as you identify the 30% threshold and the AGPO aspects, to make sure the youths you are assisting to get these tenders have enough capital to undertake the same tenders? Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members, through the chair. I'd like to report that I have never heard of Peter Gitau Kamau, but some of the gaps that I endeavor to address, given an opportunity to serve, sorry, is one of them is a tapping of talents and nurturing them. So once I'm given an opportunity to serve, I shall ensure people and other youths who are like Peter Gitau Kamau are given me the motivation and and equip them better, not to settle just for talent. I shall also champion for them to even further their studies and do other things that will make their talents even better. I shall also give them platforms to benchmark with other youths who are doing very well in other counties. On this issue of capacity building, or 30% rule, I intend to do capacity building before giving youth the opportunity, the 30% opportunities in every department. And during capacity building, you know, there's vigorous training. You make youth understand what is needed of them. And in the Kenya Kwanza manifesto, we have Hasra Fund, which, given an opportunity, I intend to train youths on how to benefit from it, and also make revenue to their SMEs, and maybe later tender with the county government. So that is my plan. So it will be a step-by-step plan in realization of the 30% threshold in the departments.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to know about the youth fund. How will you make sure that the youth fund benefit the youth? My second question is, there is this issue of drug abuse in our youth. How will you make sure that this drug abuse in our youth is controlled? And the third question is about the youth employment. How will you make sure that many of our youth get employed? Thank you.
Honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much. Let me start with the issue of drug abuse. First of all, we shall set up counseling centers for our youths. We shall also come up with various youth activities to ensure that our youths our youths are busy, and so making them not involved or indulge in drug abuse. The other one, for unemployment, it's a very big challenge, and I intend to address by first liaising with all those people who do business with the county government and ensuring that they source employment from our county. I understand there is an internship policy which is ongoing. I shall fast track on it and ensure that our youth benefit from the internship in the county government. We also have various organizations which I intend to partner with them. One of them being Kenya Youth Empowerment Program, where they do training and give grants to our youths. We also have Mbere na Biz, which is a program funded by the national government, whereby if youths come up with viable ideas which are revenue generating, they are given grants of 900,000 to 3.6. So those are some of the things that I will do to address unemployment. Thank you.
There is this issue of youth fund.
Oh yeah, sorry. Youth fund. I shall, first of all, I shall equip them, because previously, the youths who benefited from youth fund, the money did not, they did not direct the money they got to the intended projects. So first of all, I'm going to offer trainings. Secondly, for one to benefit from a youth fund, they have to provide legal documents indicating that truly they are youths. Thank you.
Well answered.
Maybe we can proceed with Honorable
All right. Thank you so much, our speaker. So, Kate, yes. Gitao, Miss, I'm privileged to have worked with you in so many of the youth-led initiatives, starting from the Young Women for Kenya, going to other local and cultural platforms. And in all these, we have been trying to champion for the inclusivity of young people in governance, in leadership, and especially politically. So I believe that you have in-depth understanding of the challenges that we face as young people, because I'm also a young person. And in this case, I would like you to tell us how you intend to incorporate young people in decision-making and governance at all levels of administration in the society. Number two, I would want to know how you intend to facilitate youth groups to engage in microprocessing and value addition, because as you know, so many youths are engaged in maybe, for instance, cottage industries, farming, but value addition has been a scarce commodity around here, and we have not empowered young people enough. How do you intend to step into the gap and bring sustainable solutions? Thank you.
Sorry. Honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much, Honorable Sasha, for the question. I intend to liaise with all the departments, and maybe during formulation of either policy, a youth must be a member or a board, and in any board formation, I intend to liaise with other committee members and even with the governor to ensure that it gives youth an opportunity in every sphere. For the value addition, we have previously I've been interested in matters of value addition, and I've been able to do a research. And I found out that there are various ways that youth can do value addition, or other people can do value addition. One of them being milk processing, whereby you can make your milk to be yogurt and then sell it as a finished product. So what I intend to do, I intend to train them and give the necessary equipment they need. And on maybe farming or production, I intend to give incentives to lower their cost of production and encourage other youth to take up the blue-collar jobs. So thank you very much.
Well answered. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I think I'm going to ask Catherine 3 questions very fast. The first question, you've just said that you're in very good cordial relationship with the ward representative of your area, and having been your opponent in the just concluded general election, how do you think that relationship will impact on your service delivery? I don't know whether I should ask all of them, then you answer, or one at a time. Ask all of them. Thank you. From your CV, I've just seen that you worked as a youth researcher, and maybe from the same, which are some of the programs and projects that you have drafted and designed that pertains to the youth? The last but not the least, what are you going to ensure, or what are you going to do to ensure that this 30% of tenders that are supposed to go to the youths goes to the actual youths? Because we've seen previously situation whereby even old men taking advantage of opening companies, but just having a youth in the company for them to benefit. Whereas these particular tenders are supposed to go directly
to our youths? What are you going to do to ensure that youths benefit from these tenders directly?
Thank you, honorable members, through the chair. My cordial relationship has been there with my ward representative, and even after election, I congratulated him, and we agreed on working together. So, in fact, I being given this opportunity to serve, and I come from the same ward with my ward representative, it's an advantage to our ward, which I believe he's very well. I believe he's very happy about it. Youth programs, as a researcher, one of the programs that I have identified and I will endeavor to champion for is the Digital Ajira program by KCB Bank, whereby they train youths and equip them with the necessary with the necessary things they need to start up programs for projects or job. For instance, they train on kinyozi and then give you the required things for you to start up. So I look forward to partnering with some of those banks in order for our youths in our county to benefit. 30% AGBO. You've said that some of the companies are registered under youth name and they end up benefiting people who are above 35. I intend to champion and inform youths the need for them to take up the project for themselves directly, because the buck stops with the youth. So I shall champion, I shall inform them, I shall equip them, and through this, I believe they'll be the people directly benefiting from these tenders. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Catherine. Wish you all the best. And maybe just for information purposes, Chair, I think these are an issue of county importance, because I can see we have youths in the house, and also I see Honorable Member up there. Maybe you can just recognize him, Chair.
Thank you. In fact, I took notice of that, but given this a committee room, Honorable Mbaye was here, we recognized him even, but and also other members there feel most welcome. And I recognize also two honorable members, Honorable Lucy Kidinji Kegeni and Honorable Naomi. Thank you. Thank you. So, Honorable Caroline, we can proceed. Okay. And all members in the gallery, maybe from my back, in front, the competitor of Honorable Anyaga. Thank you, and karibuni sana. Thank you. Mheshimiwa, you can proceed.
Thank you, our speaker. Catherine, I have 3 questions for you. The first one, I would like you to tell us 3 major problems facing youth in Nyandarua, and also tell us how do you plan to address them. Second question, Nyandarua's youth are its greatest resource. Do you agree? What must we do to realize the value of this resource? What should we stop doing? Question number 3. Today, we are asking our youth to become the solution to our many problems. To create business, for instance, yet we adults are not willing to lead by example. Do you agree or not agree with this statement? Tell us why. Thank you.
Honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much. 3 major problems facing the youths. One of them is uncontrolled betting and casinos. I intend to come up with a regulation because we cannot do away with it. Number 2 is drug abuse. I intend to have a come up with the counseling and guidance and counseling, and also other key stakeholders like religious leaders, bring them on board. Number 3, unemployment. I talked about it, but I may repeat. 1, we shall come up with a policy or a regulation whereby all people doing projects or business with the county government hire our youths who are graduate from our vocational training centers. We offer grants to our youths and encourage them to take up agricultural projects. And in our governor's manifesto, change manifesto, he talks about Kirimo funds. So we are going to champion and make youths understand that agriculture is a lucrative business. So, and also, I shall equip our youths with the necessary skills for whatever program they intend to take part in. So thank you very much. Oh, yes. The other question. Yes, youths are our greatest resource. In essence, they have the energy, they have the ability. And so we only need to tap and direct their energy into the rightful areas. So, yeah. And my department, given an opportunity to serve, I shall work very closely with other stakeholders to ensure that we give right directions to our youths and whatever activity they are supposed to engage in. The last question, Honorable Member, I don't have an immediate answer to it. Thank you.
You okay, Mheshimiwa? Thank you. Honorable Mary Kabiru.
Thank you, Chair. Catherine, I'll ask you 3 questions, 2 from myself and 1 from the public. You realize the youth members make the majority in our county. So this is a coveted seat and has attracted a lot of attention. So let me go with the public question first. You have been previously viewed as a blogger due to your dominance in social media platform. What will be your impact on the perception of that perception in your office? My question, Nyandarua being an agricultural county, how do you plan to introduce youth to the agricultural activities that are around? And the third question, do you intend to work as youth or do you intend to integrate all? I believe youth is between 18 and 35. Do you intend to integrate maybe older and experienced person to push the youth? Thank you.
Interesting. Honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much. In Africa Union, they take social media as a tool for communication. And I would like to report to this House that yes, I have been a blogger making money out of it. Nyandarua agricultural activities. You see, blue-collar jobs, we only need to, and I quote, I hope the committee will not quote me very badly, we need to make agriculture look sexy, even when you are doing those advertisements. Let the youth feel like they are part of it. You know, previously, you'd see an old man carrying a bucket. No, we need to change even how we advertise our agricultural activities. So through my department, I shall ensure that I make agriculture look attractive to our youths. You know, we are in this generation that we act on things and on how we see them. To integrate the youth, maybe, Honorable Member, may you please elaborate further on what you mean?
I was asking, now that the youth is between 18 and 35, do you wish to work with older people or only 18 to 35?
Thank you very much. That's a good question, because I intend to work with even older people so that we can tap skills and their expertise in the department on how they have previously handled other issues, and also give guidance to our youth, because what youth need as at the moment, it's guidance, and we can get this, or we can source this from people who are older than 35. So thank you, Honorable Member.
Well done, Catherine. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. My two questions. One, kindly name for Nyandarua music artisans. Two, having worked as an online researcher or a blogger, what is your advice to our youth on online jobs available? Thank you.
Honorable members, through the chair, you've asked me for 4 artists who come from Nyandarua. Oh yeah, we have we have Samido. We have I know that we have Jose Gatutura. We also have and other youths we need to nurture to get their levels. We have Mercy Decay. We also have Jeroge Wandondori, who happens to be my neighbor. Online jobs available. We need to, this one I'll first of all train the youths on how these jobs are done. And I shall also advise them on the use of social media. For you realize, social media has been a hindrance for youths to get or to secure other opportunities. So during their engagement in social media, I shall advise them to cut the balance and to use the tool for revenue generation. I shall also advise them on how to do that. And we also have other online jobs. We have research where you can do thesis. I shall come up with a hub that shall be training our youths, and through this we shall be creating employment to our graduate youths. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Madam Catherine, first and foremost, I want to congratulate you
Asante.
For getting yourself out there, getting recognized, and finally sitting on that chair. You know, for this process of vetting you to become a committee member for youth development, sports and arts. It's not a mean achievement, so congratulations. Now, that notwithstanding also, I'm proud of you that you have mentioned the KCB Foundation to Jiajiri program, a partnership that would take this county to another level in terms of skills development and training. Now, I have a few questions I want to ask you. The youth cut across, and you realize that the policies have not been aligned to tackle the issue of youth very well, both in the national government and in the county government. So, in their nature of cross-cutting, how do you intend to coordinate with other departments to ensure that this constituent of young people is well served by your department? Did you get that?
No, I did not understand. Please elaborate.
So, how do you plan? Because the issue of the youth is cross-cutting in the entire 10 devolved functions. So how do you intend to coordinate with other departments to ensure that the young people of Nyandarua is well served in every department? Because that is your function. Another thing is, how do you streamline the national youth policy and the county youth policy? Because most of the functions for the youth are still in the national government. So how do you intend to integrate those policies to deliver to that constituent of young people? And because I know you have taken time, and I know that question has been answered, to analyze the needs of the youth of this county, can you just name one key challenge they face and how you intend to bring forth a policy intervention that would take care of that and see them put money in their pocket? Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. Through the chair, let me start with the question of streamlining national youth policy with the county. Under Schedule 4, Part 2 of the Constitution, there are very few devolved functions in my department. One, maybe in matters sporting, we have racing, which is devolved. We also have control and drug abuse, that is devolved function. And also we have skill development, which is devolved. But I intend to work closely with the Ministry of Youth in the national government, which shall be spearheaded by the CS Babu Namwamba, to ensure that Nyandarua youths benefit from the sporting and sporting education, from sporting and sporting education, and other forms of entertainment that are not devolved. Thank you. A key challenge I endeavor to address is unemployment. I shall champion for internship, and given an opportunity, I shall link up with other organizations to look for spaces where our youths fit. I plan to coordinate and work with harmony with other county executive committee members so that my relationship gives an opportunity to our youths in the other departments. So my relationship will be a key factor in working with other county executive committee members. Thank you.
One more question, the last one. Maybe I can refresh your, have you taken time, I know you have taken time to realize there could be a number of challenges in respect to youth, but I just want you to pinpoint one and how you would develop a policy, or maybe how you would handle it, that would eventually lead to a young person pocketing money through a youth intervention policy.
Thank you very much for the question. Honorable members, through the chair, I have no immediate answer to that question as at the moment, but given an opportunity, I shall work with my technical team to come up with policies needed to address youth challenges. Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, sorry, Mr. Speaker, sir, you, in quote, Mswahili atasema, if you're finally approved by this committee, you'll be viewed kama kioo cha jamii. You know, young people will be looking up to you, and even young women. How would you take negative blogging, and how would you advise going forward? And maybe a word of encouragement to those who think that you're not suitable for this position, or you know, something to give this committee confidence.
Thank you very much for the second question. My journey has been one an inspirational journey, and every youth out there look me with admiration that I offered myself for an elective position, and through that, possibly the appointing authority, or His Excellency, the Governor, saw the potential in me. So, I want to discredit that there is a youth out there who would view me as not qualified for the position. Well, being a young person, I'm out there to learn. So this issue of being Kiocha Jamii, I'm also a work in progress. And what I'll do, what it is needed of me to do. But again, I would advise that each an individual to pursue their journey independently. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm proud of that answer.
Thank you, Chair. There is something interesting about how you supported His Excellency Governor Badrisha when you had a candidate from your party. Could it be His Excellency Governor is rewarding you for the same?
Honorable members, through the chair. Well, interesting, being a young person whom I consider myself an intellectual, I would not support someone simply because we are in the same party. I would support someone whom we bear a vision together. And that's what made me support His Excellency the Governor, because I felt that his manifesto had clearly anchored the specific things that I needed addressed. Your second question, please.
The reason as to why now you supported the Governor Badrisha, and of course he knew this, now that could be, he is now rewarding you for having done it.
Thank you very much, honorable members, through the chair. We went through a vigorous interview. We were interviewed and the panel gave the governor the report. But we all know the prerogative to appoint backstops with the governor. So the reason as to why he nominated me, he is the only one with that rightful answer. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. Maybe Catherine, just one question or two. What is your net worth?
20 million.
20 million. Thank you. In your speech, you've kept, and in your conclusion, you said the appointing authority falls with the governor. Are you aware the dismissing authority falls with who?
Yeah.
Who?
There are only two ways which I can be dismissed. Maybe impeachment through the honorable members, and also the appointing authority. Thank you.
And the approving authority falls with who?
With the you right honorable members.
Thank you. Honorable members, before I give a closing remark, I'm reliably informed that there are 3 minutes remaining. Pursuant to Standing Order 180, Honorable Mbai has again come back to me for the second session. So, Honorable Mbai, I'm just giving you 30 seconds. The 3 minutes, you should say, share 30 seconds. Honorable Kageni, 30 seconds. And Honorable Nomi, 30 seconds. And I'll disrupt you if you go beyond 30 seconds.
Oh, yes. Thank you. How are you, Waziri?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, you have said that you have been a very active blogger, right?
Yes.
And you have been earning through blogging, yes? Now, my question is, how are you intending to control those bloggers who are tarnishing names of other readers in the name of making money? Number two, what do you what will you do if bloggers turn against you in the name of making money? Will you be paying them not to insult you? Because I do believe that most of them, they insult to get.
Thank you, honorable members, through the chair. Mheshimiwa, kindly, I have not been doing bloggers for individual. I've been doing state blogging. I don't attack individuals, and so my blogging was delivering on message on the work done, progress, and a few others. I don't believe there is a blogging that you can do and make money through tarnishing other leaders. So I shall address that issue. I'll talk to the youth, and I shall also nurture them and show them better ways of making money other than attacking people on social media. I shall also address the disadvantage of doing that. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe Honorable Lucy, 30 seconds, only one question.
Madam Kate, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I just have one question for you, Matter Sports. I understand you're part for the seat of youth, sports and the arts, right?
Yeah.
I'll go specifically to one sporting activity, football. We have more than 100 teams in Nyandarua playing football in different tiers. Those teams are struggling and they are working with their federations. How do you intend to support those teams? Because maybe I hope Utina will be like 5 years. In the next 5 years, we want to have our Wanyama in Nyandarua, or we have to have Gomaya in Nyandarua. What do you intend to do to make sure that those teams get to the KPL? Thank you.
Honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much. First of all, I shall expose them to other teams doing well, like you can offer benchmarking to teams like Gor Mahia FC and others, so that one, for a will, we must be motivated, so to offer motivation that they too can get there. So first, and I shall also address fast tracking of completion of Olkalau Stadium in order to give them the rightful sporting arena. Thank you.
That's very well answered, especially about the pitch.
Thank you. Honorable Naomi, you had 30 seconds. Then we go to closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mine is to just say that I've heard you have mentioned Honorable Ababu. I believe that if you are able to work together, he's my mentor, Ababu Namwamba, but if you're able to work together, we'll be able to take Nyandarua to very good places. I've heard that you've mentioned among the artists Masidike, who is also my good friend. Are you aware that we have stalled projects for the youth? For example, we have a studio that was used to record by, there's a young artist called Washuka. She's from Kinango, and she has recorded one song in one of our county recording studios. But we have so many projects that have really stalled and they're on hold. So are you aware, and what do you intend to do about them? And how will you ensure that even after these artists record, these young upcoming artists record in these studios, how will they market their songs? Will they get an opportunity to have a platform in Nyandarua County? Or how are we going to ensure that we grow their talents?
Thank you. Honorable members, through the chair. What I intend, Honorable member, please break down the question for me again.
Are you aware? You know, you mentioned that you will ensure that youth are employed in the county. So there are projects that were started by the previous regime, but they have been neglected. And I don't know if you'll do anything any different, or how will you ensure that our youths, young upcoming artists or other youths, are able to access these projects. For example, a recording studio that was there. I don't know if you're aware.
Honorable members, through the chair, I'm aware there was a recording studio on the SOL project. Through the help of you, honorable members, and the executive, we are going to fast track on their completion. Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, Catherine, you can give closing remarks in 1.5 minutes.
Honorable members, through the chair, thank you very much for the opportunity to vet and interview me so that I'm able to elaborate to our young people and the Nyandarua what I intend to do to them. Given an opportunity, honorable members, I give my commitment to work with you closely and also with the appointing authority, that is His Excellency the Governor. Also, as you can see, I'm a young person. Honorable members, I'm willing to learn and make Nyandarua a better place for our youth. So God bless you and God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine Jerry. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
At this point, I direct Sergeant Atam to escort. Maybe you can leave the photocopied documents. Thank you. No, Honorable Kagwe, I won't allow you escort. That request is rejected vehemently by the chair.